Hi, I'm Stacey and welcome to my Book Nook. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So instead of my normal pick and mix TBR, we're going to be doing a different kind of TBR because it is the Magical Readathon in April. So I will be doing the Spring Equinox Readathon for that. My character is a Master of Elements, and there are specific subjects that you need to study to get the right, what is it called, the calling. And those studies that my character needs to do are elemental studies, shape-shifting, animal studies, astronomy, conjuration, and restoration. And I need to read a book for each of those things to be able to say that I've completed this term. And it's a really fun readathon. It's hosted by G from Book Roast, and I will link it down below if you're interested. So for now, let's go through the prompts for the subjects that I will be doing. So the first one is Elemental Studies. The prompt for that one is flowers on the cover. Now, luckily, I have quite a lot of books with flowers on the cover, so I've got some options for this. So I'm going to kind of be seeing how it goes. So some of my options for that, I'll go with the ones that I most want to read. So some of them I have right beside me. The ones that I would most like to read are Heart of the Sun Warrior by Su Lin Tan. This is the second in a duology, and the first one is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And it's probably best I don't talk too much about it, because I'll spoil something. So it follows the Daughter of the Moon Goddess as she goes on an adventure. There's a lot of Chinese mythology in it, and I'm quite excited to read the next one. And it's gorgeous, and there's all the flowers. Yeah, that's a lot of flowers on the cover for this one. It's really pretty, so I'm quite pleased. And we also have another second in a duology. This one might become a trilogy, actually. But this is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lynn. There's all the flowers on the cover. And this is the second book to 6 Crimson Cranes. And that is kind of like Chinese mythology again, mixed with the 6 Swans fairy tale. Yeah. Just had to check I was right there. Yeah. But this one, I'm also really excited. I love a bit of a fairy tale in there. I love mythology, so both of those are perfect. I do have another one, and it covers more than one prompt, so I'm tempted I could use it for either one. But the other one is A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Lynn, and that is basically about this tea making competition. It's got tea magic in it and also more Chinese mythology. There's a theme going here, but this one sounds really cool and I'm very excited for it. I'm not going to talk too much about what they're all about because I've got quite a bit to go through. Okay, so the second one was a bit of a pain. It is astronomy, and the prompt for that is 2 E's in the title. Now, maybe I've made this a bit harder for myself, but I took that to mean only 2 E's, no more than 2 E's and no less. So I've got a couple of ideas here, and one of them is again A Magic Steeped in Poison. Here are the 2 E's. That's it. So I think that works very well. We've also got a classic A Wizard of Earthsea. Earthsea. Perfect. I don't know loads about this book. Apparently it's about Ged entering wizard school to learn the rules of magic. Headstrong and naive, he accidentally unleashes a terrible shadow creature into the world. To correct the balance, he must face and destroy the shadow, whatever the cost. Ged's quest takes him to the furthest corner of Earthsea, a land of fearsome dragons, jealous wizards, darkness and light, where he will meet his destiny. It's classic, it sounds like I'd probably enjoy it. And another one that we have, which would work for this, is Lessons in Chemistry. So 1E, 2Es. And this is about Elizabeth Zott, who's a chemist, and she ends up becoming like a daytime cookery show host. And this is very much about feminism and about all sorts of fun, sciencey stuff. That doesn't really do it justice, I think. But I don't want to go too much into it again. But this sounds like it could be good, and it's something different from all the fantasy that I've put on here. I'm just going to tell you a couple more of the ones that I could do that I've got on here. I've also got 5 Survive, which is Holly Black, and that is like a thriller. I believe there's a sniper that are trying to shoot these people, and 5 survive. I think there are 6 of them. And another one that I could do is actually The Dragon's Promise works for this one as well. So they're kind of interchangeable. I could be reading a lot of Chinese mythology next month. And I've also got one called Game Over Girl, and that is by Naomi. I'll write it down. I don't know an awful lot about that one. I believe it's about a girl who gets this game to try out, I want to say. And she's not supposed to make anything about her real life in there, but she does. And that's where all things go a bit to hell. I think it's a kind of thriller type thing with a lot of technology in it. For shape-shifting, we have the prompt, wolf on the cover or in the title or the author's name. And the one that I'm thinking for this, I know, surprising, I only have one book for this. It's going to be For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. And this is about, I think it's like 2 princesses, and one is for the wolf, one is for the throne, and she's the second daughter, I want to say. And as far as I know, it's like a Red Riding Hood retelling. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that one. And that's definitely going to be what it is for that one. I have other things with wolves, but that one is the one that's standing out to me. Oh no, okay. The next one is Animal Studies, and I have to flip a coin for the prompt. And if I get heads, it's a non-fiction, and if I get tails, it's a fiction. So I guess I better find a coin to flip, I suppose. God knows what, and I'll find a coin, hang on. Okay, so I'm going to go for a nice £2 coin because it's nice and big. We can all see it. That's heads. Probably should put the green right way up. And that is heads, and that is tails. So, okay, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be heads. Oh no, no, that's non-fiction. Okay, I got a non-fiction. So I have got something already lined up. And I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. So I'm going to have to get my phone as well. Hold on just a second. So for this, I need to have, because it's 6 books and I typically read 3 to 4 full-length novels a month. Don't mind my laptop taking off. I need to have some that are going to be short, because otherwise I'm never going to do it all in a month. So there it is. So I'm going to read this book. It's technically an essay. It is We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This is basically exactly what it says on the tin. It's an essay about feminism, and I believe it's about 52 pages, so it really shouldn't take me too long to get through, and it is already on my Libby app. So that's what I'm thinking for that one. I do have other non-fictions available if I fancy it, but that's the one I'm thinking because it'll be the shortest. Okay. Conjuration is a friend recommendation. And now my friend will be coming over later on today, and it will be my sister Kyra, my twinny. She will be hopefully recommending me something. Hopefully. She doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask her to recommend me something, and then I'm going to insert it here. Whether it's on camera or not, I don't know. Don't know how she's going to feel about it today. We'll find out. So I guess you'll see in a minute, and I will know much later. I might ask her to give me a couple of different things so I get to choose, because I am so mood ready, but then I also don't know what I'm about to read because I just finished a book and now I have no idea what I want to read, so that's going really well for me. And the last one is Restoration. For this one, I have to close my eyes, shuffle, and point at a book. I've got some options, because there are 3 books that I really want to read that are just sat there waiting. And to be honest, I don't know how long I can wait. So the first one that I've got is a reading copy, and this is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi, and that's by Shannon Chakraborty, who wrote the Dad trilogy. And this is about a lady pirate, and she has retired, and she's going to be coming out of retirement to do one last job. And this is very much inspired by Arabic mythology, and I think it's set on the Indian Sea. Let me just check that. I mean, it doesn't help because this is an art copy, so there's no map, which is super helpful. I'm pretty sure I've seen a finished copy, and I think it's the Indian Sea. But it sounds super cool, so I'm excited about this. The next one is Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim, and I have been through this before. I'll link it. So this one is about the Spice Road, and it's about a sister who's going on a quest to find her brother, who is what is he doing? He's doing something bad. He's selling their secret spice magic or something. It's also got tea in it, Misra tea, and do you know, I'm just not going to say anymore. because I don't want to read it again because I'm excited and I want to go into it not knowing a ton. So yeah, that's an option. That it's a giant book. It's beautiful. That's an option. Option number 3 is get another Fairy Loot book. That was a Fairy Loot book. And so is this. This is City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schaeffer. And this is about a city full of nightmares. People literally wake up and become their worst nightmare. And then they rampage around the city like it. So it just sounds super fun. I'm actually so into it. It seems a bit like it might be a bit of a noir. I'm down for that. And it sounds quite funny as well. In like, it's a city of nightmares, but the writing style seems to be quite funny. And it's gorgeous. So that's my option number 3. Whoops. Okay, and now I've got to close my eyes, shuffle and point, so that'll be interesting trying to do that on camera, especially when I can feel what each of them is. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Maybe instead of shuffling and pointing, maybe we do a randomizer wheel. Let's try that. Let's show you my work. So I've got all 3 on there. Kind of see it. Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna get, oh, let's see. We're gonna get Amina Al-Sirafi. Okay, I'm so happy about this. I'm literally so happy. I've been wanting to read this since I got it. I requested it specifically from the publisher. I'm excited. However, I just want you to see how small this is and how giant this book is. Look, it's bigger than my face. It's a big book and it's got small text and it's quite a few pages long. It's about 470 pages. That doesn't sound that long, but when it's a book that's as big as my head, bigger than my head, it's quite long. I'm so excited though. Okay. Good job, me. Anyway, so that's all of the books that I will be reading, and you'll know all of them before I will. And I've opened some options up for myself, so I'm not just stuck reading exactly what I want. I could change the non-fiction as well if I fancied it. So, thank you very much for watching and staying with me through my rambling. What are you going to be reading in April? And have you read any of these and what did you think? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!